It started when a man died from a car accident and got revived as a sword in a world where magic and monsters exist. He checks on his status and tested his skills and got amazed by it. Some goblins went to his resting place and tried to take him, but he got pissed and killed the goblins. After killing the goblins, he then realized that he levels up and receives skill of what he defeats. The next day he hunts monsters to get stronger so that his future wielder will be happy to have him. He targeted every monster in the area and defeated every boss in different parts of the forest. After defeating the last boss, he headed to an area where there are no monsters and landed on the ground. He realized that he can't get out and can't use his skills that made him stuck in the ground for a long time. On a rainy day, a slave cart was troubled because they were chased by a monster bear. The cart was destroyed and all the slaves was thrown outside. A half-human, half-black cat attacked the monster, but she was knocked far near the sword that was stuck in the ground. The sword was the one who improved his skills from the dangerous part of the forest and was hoping to find a wielder. The black cat pulled the sword and the sword shared its power to her. She fought with the monster like she was a professional swordsman and defeated it. After the fight, one of the contractors of the slaves punished the black cat, but the sword used its skill and killed the contractor. The sword destroyed the contract that made the black cat free from slavery. The sword decided that she will be his wielder and asked her name. Then the black cat told the sword that her name is Fran and wants to be stronger so she can evolve. The sword said to Fran then he will make her stronger. That made the black cat happy. In the forest while Fran is walking, he asked the sword what is his name. But the sword said that he has no name and she will be the one who will name him. Fran decided to call him teacher and the sword accepted it. While walking on a rocky plains, Fran and his teacher encountered a cart that was being attacked by monster goblins. She then helped the troubled travelers and killed the goblins easily. After she killed the monsters, the travelers offered her a ride to the city of Elisa. While on the journey, one of the travelers asked Fran if she's an adventurer. Fran said that she is not. That made her asked what an adventurer is. The traveler explained what an adventurer does and its ranks. Fran was amazed and asked the traveler how to be one. The traveler told her to register at the Adventurers Guild, at the city while Fran and her teacher was walking. The people are gossiping and discriminating her for being a black cat. They didn't care and continued to walk to the Adventurers Guild. They then came to the guild to register, but the receptionist told Fran that there will be a test where she will fight an examiner of the guild to be accepted as an adventurer. Fran accepted the trial with no fear and headed to the place where the examination will be held. The examiner stands up and showed a powerful aura to intimidate Fran. When the receptionist took a look at Fran, she was shocked that she was not intimidated by the power of the examiner. When the fight started, Fran dodged every attack of the examiner that made the enemy compliment her. Fran fought back and fights toe-to-toe with the examiner. When Fran was out of the examiner's range, his teacher used magic that made the examiner to not move in one place. Fran then attacked the examiner with a sword skill and defeated the enemy. After the exam, Fran was sent to the guild master's office to be checked personally. After the talk, they went to a crystal that will give Fran choices what type of adventurer she is. She chooses to be a sword mage and officially became an adventurer. At the receptionist table, Fran sold the monster she killed and received a large sum of money that made others jealous. At the lobby, some mercenaries confronted Fran and told that she used tricks to win and slay monsters. One of the mercenaries humiliated Fran's lineage that made her angry and used a skill to cut the legs of the mercenary. The other mercenaries attacked Fran, but Fran defeated them easily. The people praised her and the receptionist helped Fran to get away from the trouble. While walking in the city looking for armor and a place to stay, a blacksmith talked to Fran and asked her to come to his shop. They used a skill to identify the blacksmith and confirmed that he's good. They accepted the offer and went to the blacksmith's shop. Fran equipped an armor with high quality and bought it. The blacksmith used his skill and identified that Fran's sword is an intelligence weapon that made them back out a little. The blacksmith told them that it was a skill and explained about different type of weapons. After the talk, Fran and her teacher went out to look for a place to stay. They went to an inn and take a rest. In the morning Fran and his teacher went to the forest. While they were picking up plants Fran heard someone fighting and went to it. They encountered a group of adventurers struggling to fight a group of goblins. Fran then helped the adventurers. Fran used her magic and sword skill to defeat the goblins that shocked the adventurers. After the fight Fran healed them and the adventurers thanked her and said that she should take the loots, but Fran only asked for the loot for the hobgoblin. One of the adventurers then said that it may be bad to have many goblins, because a goblin stampede may occur and it's a catastrophe for the people. After knowing about the stampede Fran went back to the forest and hunted more goblins. She fought until she defeated over 100 of them. After the hunt they went back to the blacksmith's shop to repair the armor Fran has equipped. At the forest his teacher is absorbing the crystals, then a group of adventurers came to help her. In case she gave them information about the goblins' hideout. In the adventurers guild they planned to subjugate the goblins at their nest with the help of Fran. Fran accepted the offer and went out to check her armor to the blacksmith's shop. The blacksmith then explained something about dungeon outbreaks and how they are formed by the gods.